Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. It's so nice to see you tonight. Hope everybody here in the U.S. had a good Thanksgiving weekend. Did you get all your Christmas shopping done? I did a little bit, but I don't have a lot to do, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and get busy here. I've got a super simple, I know I say that every week, but this really is a simple card for you this week. But we got a little housekeeping, as you know. Please, if you like my video, share my video, comment, share down in the comments. Your name will be entered in a drawing to win the project I'm working on tonight. Last week I made this really simple Christmas card using the Humble Home bundle, because she shared and her name was chosen. Rebecca Sanders will be getting this card. Rebecca, I'll get that out to you soon. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And once you do, hit that little blue bell and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, which is usually on Monday evening. Okay, nothing else really here to say. Just we are getting very close to Christmas. It's coming fast this year. Last year we had a longer season. Seems like we had a longer season. This year it's pretty short. So hope everybody's on top of all of their holiday creating. I am going to go ahead and switch my view and we will get started on tonight's card. Okay, so this one again features the Designer Series paper to make this fun fold-out card. Okay, so it's not hard. There's just a couple things you have to be aware of. And for this card, I used the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. I've had this out before. It's got some kind of classic vintage designs on it. I love those trees. There's the reindeer I'm using. You saw that on a card a couple weeks ago. There's those let's see, is that the same tree or is that a different tree? Nope, that's the same tree. Okay, with the Christmas stockings, some holly, and the backs are vintage too, so they're really neat. And I like these candles a lot. I wanted to use them for this card, but this back doesn't wouldn't work. The back of this one. This is more for like a scrapbook page, and it wouldn't have worked for this card, but I wanted to use those. But anyway, I'm sure I could have made it work somehow, but I wasn't into making it more difficult than it had to be. So we are starting out with a piece of Designer Series paper. This piece is 4 by 12 inches. So you're going to get 3 cards out of each sheet of 12 by 12. Now, it's a great way to whittle down your stash of Designer Series paper, okay? So let me get my trimmer, because we're going to have to score this. And now something I'm going to tell you, when you are scoring your paper, you need to be very conscious of where the front of your card is going to be. So you can see, and you know what, it might even be worth doing a little kind of a mock-up on a piece of scrap paper, just to, you know, and writing front and back, so you get it oriented the right way. So the first score is going to be here, but to get that to work out right, you actually, for this paper, I have to turn this upside down. When I first made this card, I ran it through the scoring this way, you know, here and here, and it was backwards, and it made this the front, and I didn't want that to be the front. I wanted, well, you know what I mean, the focal point is this. So just keep that in mind when you're deciding what paper to use, and when you go down to, finally get down to where you're scoring this. So the first score line here is at 2.5 inches. Now you are not scoring on cardstock, so be gentle. Don't push too hard, okay? Let's see if I can get this up a little closer. Don't be too hard. But you want enough so you can get a nice straight fold, but not so much that you tear the paper, because I have been there and I've done that. Okay, and now the next score is at 6 3/4. So there's a half and there's 3/4. Now what I would do if I was making a lot of these, I would get a piece of washi tape and put right here, so I'd know my first score was here and my second one was here, so I wouldn't have to keep measuring it out each time. Okay, so that's ready to go, and fold that back up. So now, because this is going to be the inside, we're going to fold this way. Let me get my bone folder. Whoops, come on. I just did that a little crooked, I think. There we go. And then this is going to be folded back this way. There we are. Perfect. Now I have a piece of, I used Pecan Pie. I played with all the colors that were in here, and just because this was kind of dominant, the Pecan Pie worked best. And it's not a bad shade of brown. I like that shade of brown. So this piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so this card is going to fit in one of our standard, card size envelopes. So you're gonna just put this on here, just like that. Simple. Okay. And again, you can embellish this, do whatever you want to decorate this. I kept mine kind of simple. Now, on the inside is a piece of, I went with very vanilla, because I just thought that the white was a little too stark, and I liked the creaminess of this. Now the directions are for a 3 3/4 inch square piece to go in here, but I'll be honest, this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And the reason is because I already had a long piece that was 3 1/2 inches wide, and I just decided to use it. So that's what I did. So whenever we can, we want to stamp before we adhere. So this is my inside sentiment. It says, a season of wonder and happiness. Oh, I didn't share with you, I'm using the Peaceful Season stamp set. Great sentiments all the way around. I know I've used it before. And this is Pecan Pie ink. Put this on here. So like I said, this square is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, but it would certainly fit 3 3/4 on both sides, or for that. So. Put this right in here. Okay. Now, this is out of my view. Sorry there. So for my label, you can use whatever shapes you want. If you've got punches, you've got circles, squares. I just used these dies, the 2 largest one from the Something Fancy die set, and did one in Pecan Pie and one in Very Vanilla. And I don't know if you can tell here, it kind of blends in, and I don't like this. I cut the birds out of the Designer Series paper to kind of accent that with, but I would have rather put them on this side, but all of the birds except for one little bunch were all facing that way, and so it just didn't work out. Am I going to send this card? Yeah. It's not my best card, but you know what? Most people don't care. But what I have done then for this card, I have cut out a little deer. See that? A little deer. And so I think I'm going to put this on here. So that means I'm going to stamp my sentiment closer to this side over here. And that'll make, and we'll be able to see that little deer very nicely. Okay, and this is going to say, wishing you and yours. And then you open it up and it'll say, a season of wonder and happiness. There we go. Okay, let me get there's my adhesive, my seal. And there we go here. If you are a current customer or have been one recently, you should be getting one of the new January to April catalogs sent to you directly from Stampin' Up. Those should be going out anytime. They may already have gone out. Oh yeah, that's cute. I like that little deer on there. Yes. Oh yes, that's cute. I like that. So keep an eye out in your email or in your snail mail. And remember, it's also going to be celebration for the month of January and February. So where you can earn free product. Okay, wishing you and yours a season of wonder and happiness. Let me see if I can find any ribbon. I mean, I have this that's Pecan Pie and very vanilla, but it's not very Christmassy, not very dressy. You know what? We may end up I have some very vanilla ribbon, but you know what? It's really wide, and it's not going to make a nice bow there. Oh, but let me see. Hold on. You know what? I've got a little bow here made out of linen thread. This will work. You know, sometimes I make one and I have it left over. I don't use it, so I just throw it in the drawer. So this is the linen thread. I think we'll do that. We'll put that right on there. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Let me get my glue dots out. So, let's see here. I think this might be the last glue dot on this roll. Nope, there's a couple more on there. So I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to add a bow to that one too, I think. Put this right on here. I'll trim that up. Oh, yes. There we go. I like that. That works. So, there we go. I told you it was super simple, easy to do. I think the hardest thing is just deciding which Designer Series paper you want to feature. You know, and just pay attention to the direction of your paper when you're doing your scoring, and makes a sweet, simple little card. So that's all I have for tonight. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much, and have a great week. Bye now.